India is changing, not quietly, but with the force of millions of women rewriting ambition in real time. At the front lines of this shift stands Shaili Chopra, entrepreneur, community builder, and a fierce advocate for women's economic power.
You can't be a 3 trillion economy of the state, or let's say a multi-trillion economy for India, if 50% of its population is not contributing.
Through SheThePeople and Gayatri, she has made India's women visible, vocal, and valued.
1 crore women, मतलब 10 million women को हम लोग करोड़पति बनाएंगे.
Through this initiative, Digital Women Awards and Summit, she's spotlighting entrepreneurs, breaking the silence, and creating a new ecosystem for women to grow, scale, and lead.
Every time I fail, I see that I'm a little closer to that success because now I know one more way through which it can't be achieved.
Here are the stories and solutions shaping the future of India.
A very warm welcome to the 11th edition of Digital Women Awards and Summit. Can we give this a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, because 11th edition of Digital Women Awards in 11 years is a big milestone. Thank you for gathering here at this fantastic venue. We're proud to partner with IDFC First Bank, T-Hub, WeHub, Business Standard, and Gayatri. This is the Leadership Exchange. Every idea has a spark. So we've already heard about Idea Buzz. Ladies and gentlemen, Bharat ka apna startup munch. And now please join me in welcoming Pratik Gandhi, ambassador of Idea Buzz, a theatre artist and award-winning actor. Yes. And sir, please, everybody is waiting to see you on stage. I'd also like to welcome on stage Mudit Kumar, co-founder of Idea Buzz, and our very own Shaili Chopra, a titan at Idea Buzz and an entrepreneur in her own right.
I'm going to actually go straight to Pratik, a new avatar as the new face of startups in India. I want them to know that you've been starting up yourself many, many years. The engineer Gandhi.
So first of all, thank you, Shaili. Thank you for having me here. It's a journey in itself, and I guess as we spoke so many times earlier also, as an artist, any artist is an entrepreneur himself or herself, because we always restart after each and every project is done. Every new project is a new startup for us, dealing with a lot of unknowns, a lot of variables, and most of them are out of your control. You can never envisage them, you can never control them. You are a tiny part of a huge project, and every time it happens, there are so many uncertainties that you're dealing with. So after having this, the whole shoot of Idea Buzz and meeting a lot of different entrepreneurs, that's what I realized closely, that we are almost leading the same kind of life, fighting with unknowns constantly. So I guess I was extremely thrilled when I was offered this. I'm an engineer and an actor both, and chose both these profession by passion. So nobody forced me into any of these. And that's the reason after, I guess, 2016, when I left my corporate career and became a full-time actor. Since then I was thinking that somewhere the world of innovation, engineering, entrepreneurship, processes is what I was missing. And when I was offered this, I thought that this is it, this is my calling, so I wanted to be a part of it.
That's brilliant. I love the fact that you say this is your calling. And I think it means a lot to kind of see somebody take on the idea of Idea Buzz to the world, who truly believes in the essence of what it means to start again and again. Mudit, you are literally coming from IIT Delhi, and IIT Madras is a partner to this. Reflect a little bit on what are the nature of startups that Idea Buzz is watching out for, and how did the idea of Idea Buzz get shaped?
As Pratik mentioned, that it's the passion. It's the passion. And today, what has shaped Idea Buzz vision is, in today's, specifically from last 5-10 years, there are many things happening in startup ecosystem. Governments are doing their bit, state and center both, in terms of creating conducive policies and all those things. Academia is doing their bit. Corporates, are doing their bit. VC ecosystem is very much active into this ecosystem. There are many incubators, accelerators across length and breadth of our country, which are trying to, handhold these startups on an initial level. But all these things are happening in silos. So the IdeaBuzz vision came from, let's bring each stakeholder of the startup ecosystem on one platform and let's scale the impact. Let's create the impact.
Pratik, I just want you to also reflect a little bit about individual resilience. We all fail every other day. Sometimes we fail a few times in the day, just like we succeed a few times now and then. How do you build the resilience to take that and say, chalo, aage badhe?
So, I mean, it was not only a dialogue in Scam, but it actually came from a personal journey. That success kya hai? Failure ke baad ka naya chapter. And that's how it works with everybody. Every time I fail, I see that I'm little closer to that success, because now I know one more way through which it can't be achieved. So I can eliminate that and I can go closer. And again, that comes from my engineering background, because as engineers, that's what we learn the hard way. The more you fail, the more you learn, and the more your grit develops. Your metal is actually tested in the most awful situation. If I have not done that ever, how does it work? In schools also these days I see that all the schools' annual functions, the kids are performing on pre-recorded plays. They sing with -1 tune. So they are not allowed to fail at all. Now this is the social fabric. If it is getting created this way, it is disastrous.
Women need male champions, and we at SheThePeople are grateful to Mr. Jayesh Ranjan for his unwavering support and rock-solid belief in the work we all do. Mr. Jayesh Ranjan is the Chief Principal Secretary, Government of Telangana. He has time and again emphasized the need for active participation of women in entrepreneurial active initiatives. I now would like to invite on stage Mr. Jayesh Ranjan to kindly please address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Greetings to everyone. Warm welcome to people who have traveled from other places to Hyderabad. Also a matter of great pride to welcome yet another edition of SheThePeople. Many of you who are regulars would have seen that Telangana government has been hosting this event year after year, and very happy to see a room full of empowered, successful women who are role models. Instead of giving a very generic kind of speech, I want to share something which will be of use to you, and possibly you'll be able to collaborate and partner with us. We are releasing the vision document of the state. Many of you who live in Hyderabad would have already heard of it. This is called Telangana Rising. As many of you will recall, Honorable Prime Minister has given this audacious challenge that India should become an advanced country by 2047, Vikasit Bharat. And of course, he understands the reality that unless the states also contribute to this advancement of our and progress of our country, these things will just remain slogans and, as it is called, jumlas. So many states have embarked on this exercise to prepare their own vision statements. We are also doing that. And I'm very happy to share with you that a significant part of the vision document is dedicated to women. This is something which our Chief Minister has put before us as a target or as a goal. He has said so in Telugu language. I'll speak that, mention that in Telugu, and then I'll also translate for people who don't follow Telugu. Koti mandi mahilalni 2047 kalla कोटेश्वरालु चेयाली. सो इसको इंग्लिश में ये कहेंगे कि 1 करोड़ women, मतलब 10 million women को हम लोग करोड़पति बनाएंगे. Who are these 1 crore women? Who are these 10 million women? What do they do now? Are they involved in any kind of economic activity? And if they are doing something, at what level are they? And obviously no one is, I mean, there could be some crorpatis amongst them. But how do you kind of ensure that everyone becomes a crorepati? So if someone is doing something which is very hyper-local, very basis, hardly getting maybe 5,000 rupees of income every month, how do you make her change into or transform into a crorepati? What really has to go into that line of activity? How do you support her? And so on and so forth. So it's a very daunting task. The reason I say all these things is to seek collaboration and partnership. If there are some of you who feel that you have some good idea, or you have an institution, or you have a program which will help us deliver this. Because I would also like to make one point clear. See, creating vision statements, vision document is not new in the government system. I mean, hundreds of times visioning exercises would have been done. There is a huge skepticism that these things are done just to make you look good and make some big announcements which everyone forgets. But on the contrary, we are very sincere about it. In fact, I'm leading this visioning exercise, and I told the Chief Minister that on the day we will release the vision document, we will also release a companion implementation plan, so that people take our vision document seriously. I would request Shaili also. We have been speaking about this Telangana rising, and particularly the component on women's empowerment that you are working on. How would the people like to kind of be an organized or a structured partner and support our endeavors, so we can talk offline and kind of take this forward. But once again, thank you very much for inviting me, and best wishes to all of you. Thank you.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we now move forward to our next segment, which is a fireside chat, and I'm really excited about this. So it's my honor to invite on stage Shri Kamala K, Chief Regulatory Officer at Bombay Stock Exchange, one of India's most trusted and prestigious financial institutions. And of course, in conversation with her will be Ms. Shaili Chopra, founder of SheThePeople and Gayatri.
I just wanted to, say one thing about Kamala here. She's the senior most officer at the Bombay Stock Exchange, and as a woman, she's literally transforming how the exchange is both speaking to and enabling women entrepreneurs. I think both Jayesh, Pratik, and Mudit said you've literally got all the people you need today as your enablers into this room, and I'm very happy that we have, because her presence here today is a reflection of how women-led startups are ringing the bell on the stock exchanges. What a big moment this is in the Indian economy, that we are truly able to take companies from small to scale to significant and showcase women leaders, because they mean big bucks. That is my starting point with Kamala. Talk to us about how you have seen the power of the IPO listing create a new fire among women.
Oh, good afternoon to each one of you. Shaili, thank you very much for having me here. I'm amazed at the gathering here, and I was also very impressed about the previous discussion that you had with Pratik and Mudit. They made wonderful points. Talking about IPOs, we are at its best time, I would say, because pipeline of IPOs that are coming is quite impressive. And if I just look at the historic growth of corporate India, today I think many large number of companies have women CEOs who have grown, along with the company. And many of them are founders, linking it to the previous conversation that we were having. So I think we have made an impressive progress so far as women in corporate India is concerned, both as professionals as well as entrepreneurs growing and making it big.
It's true, and small and medium enterprises, I think you heard Mr. Jayesh Ranjan talk about this, that you can't be a 3 trillion economy of the state, or let's say a multi-trillion economy for India, if 50% of its population is not contributing.
With that, my dear friends, we move forward. You would all agree with the fact that entrepreneurship today is that vibrant space where women show up with fresh ideas, fearless energy, and endless passion. And to shed more light on this, I have my next set of speakers. I'd like to invite them on stage here. They'll be talking about rise of innovation, ideas, and Josh. So I'd like to call the brightest minds on stage. I'd like to call upon Shivani Malik, Marketing Head, Da Milano. I'd like to call upon Nishtha Rohtagi, founder, AIHYR. I'd like to call upon Mythri Kumar, HK, co-founder and CEO, Timbuktu. I'd like to call upon Shreepad Shende, Chief Marketing Officer, IDFC First Bank. And the moderator for this session, Ruchi Chopra, founder, Brunco.
We're here today to celebrate the unstoppable rise of idea, innovation, and Josh. All the women in this room today are innovators, change makers. And our panelists today are a perfect example of people who convert pure passion into purpose. Shreepad, from a marketing point of view, where do you see the biggest opportunities for women in, in the innovation space or the entrepreneurship space?
First of all, thank you very much for inviting me here. I think it's an honor and privilege to be in an event where I can see only women here, hardly any male faces. As far as innovation is concerned, to me, simplicity can be a good starting point for innovation. And I can talk in the context of banking. I mean, there are tons and tons of examples, but depending on the time. But for me, being simple and being relevant are the two most important foundation pillars for one to be innovative. And as somebody was saying that, we don't need to complicate innovation. It has to be something really, really big. No, we can start small.
Digital is definitely, made a breakthrough, and hence it's been over a decade for the Digital Women Awards as well. And you can see, new entrepreneurs coming up, people from small cities. You have no idea the product that you're ordering online, where it's made, where it's, where are the people sitting behind it. Which brings me to my next point of storytelling. Do you all think that storytelling comes across as a very important part of your brand building?
Today, when we talk about brands and building brands, I mean, we're not talking about just the products. We're actually talking about the story. People really don't just want to buy the product. They want to know the story behind the product. They want to know the people behind the product. They want to know what the brand stands for, what is the character. So I feel even for the brands that we've created, whether we are trying to focus on storytelling or not, there's a story that's being told.
I believe women have the superpower of telling better stories, not only in terms of talking about the numbers about their brand or business, but also about that how this business has changed lives of people. And I think that's the story that people want to hear.
Story has a larger part of empathy to it, emotional quotient to it, and also intelligent quotient can also be woven to the storytelling, right? So for me, it's part of every business today.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call upon the dynamic founder of SheThePeople, Gayatri. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the one and only Miss Shaili Chopra, journalist turned entrepreneur, award-winning author, a UN generational ally, and women's health champion.
Thanks for being here. So a big round of applause to all of you. I know some of you have taken your flights and some of you are on there. But I just wanted to say a couple of things. That we are trying to build a women's economy, and it is not easy. Because sometimes we really have to work at each other and ourselves to get women to say, I really want to be part of this. So as you become your own ambassadors, your own mouthpieces, find other women you can encourage in a big way and see if you can hire more women and also get them to become more confident about the journeys that they can undertake. My mantra to all of you is ask. 3 short-lettered words. Ask, and they will stand up for it. So with that, I just want to say a big thank you for being part of this community, for coming here, and for joining hands and making this happen year after year. We won't stop. It's the 11th year. You all are scaling up and encouraging us to get more women into this pipeline, which we will. Thanks so much, and I'd like to invite all our shortlisted candidates, all our special guests, and the winners on stage for what is the mega picture.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on the count of 1, 2, 3, I want you all to raise those awards and say, She the People. 1, 2, 3.